Welcome to the Two Brothers and Couch Potato podcast, episode 2, starring Daniel,
Matthew,
Ben.
Alright, so a couple of days ago we did our first podcast. We got into NFL, some men's college basketball, and some soccer. We'll just quickly go through. We're going to start our day off with the NFL. Alright weekend when it came to the NFL. Let's just go through the games real quick. Game 1, the Colts versus the Chiefs. Really wasn't a big deal. I don't even think many people watched.
The Chiefs.
I thought the Colts were going to do a lot better than what they did.
Chiefs just picked them apart.
The snow.
Frank Wright wasn't ready.
Andrew Luck wasn't good. Yeah.
Typical Eagles coach.
3 Eagles coach. Hey, no, Andy Reid, though, too. He will shit the bed, though, this weekend.
No, he won't.
Game 2. This is the game that made America truly proud. Being American is the Cowboys lose
Amen to that.
to the Los Angeles Rams.
Amen to that.
Rams just look too good, and the Cowboys, everyone hates them. All right, moving on to Game 3. The score indicates...
Definitely got this one wrong.
The GOAT.
The game indicates this was somewhat of a game, but it truly was not.
The GOAT.
Patriots take the Chargers 41-28. Patriots will head to Kansas City when it's supposed to be 9 degrees. That sucks.
Yeah, Tom Brady loves the cold, man. Tom Brady, there's not much to say.
And then
He lives in the AFC
the only
Championship.
exciting game of the playoffs, Eagles versus the Saints. Saints, unfortunately, take it 20-14. Eagles look like they had
Hands,
this.
feet.
Yeah, you wouldn't have caught that either.
You want to bet?
Yeah.
You want to bet? Wide open like that? I bet your damn ass I would have caught that.
So this is
Shame.
the game that everyone thought probably would have gone a little differently. Eagles, honestly, were owning the Saints.
Injuries hurt that game.
And, yeah,
Fletcher
who was it?
Cox.
The Fletcher
Brandon
Cox.
Brooks
Yeah,
tore his
that he was
Achilles.
huge.
That's horrible.
So,
the Saints lost a D tackle too, which that sucks for them because they still got to play another game.
well, they'll survive. They can put up 50 points in any game they want to.
Except against the Birds.
But honestly, I enjoy watching Eagles versus Saints. I thought it was the best game by far.
Yeah.
Eagles, I thought should have won. I don't know what happened, but they went from being easily the Super Bowl team they were to being the Nick Foles regular season team that everyone knows about.
Yeah, they looked so good. They were flying around. You had the
So that sets up the top 4 teams in the league to match up in the championship games or respective leagues.
Top 4 offenses in the league as well.
really.
Yep.
I didn't know that.
Yep. So
Yep.
we got the Rams versus the Saints Sunday at 3:05
Defense
p.m.
don't win championships. It's offense.
Unless
All
you're the
offense.
Seahawks.
That's true.
The Saints are -3.5. I mean, you gotta take the Rams.
Saints all
Oh,
day. every day.
Saints all day,
Saints
baby.
all day. Drew Brees is still in a dome. It's Drew Brees.
The
He's getting
Rams
back
are
to the Super
good.
Bowl.
The Rams are really good. I would take the Rams with points.
Drew Brees, dude. Last time they won the
It's
Super
in the
Bowl.
dome, baby.
Same
It's in the
path.
dome.
I understand that, but I'm gonna take the Rams
It's in
with
the
the
dome.
points.
And the Saints aren't going to come out as flat as they did in Game 1.
Nah, they got exposed. Sean Payton will fix that. I don't
Oh,
like Sean
easily.
Payton at all, but he'll fix it.
Oh, he's going to fix it.
And then Sunday at 6:40,
There's
which
only
we all know that game's not gonna really start at 6:40. It's gonna be pushed back.
7 easy.
Patriots visiting the Chiefs, where it's supposed to be negative. I mean, not negative. I'm sorry.
Coldest game
it's supposed to
in
be-
Kansas City.
It's supposed to be 9 degrees there.
Tom Brady.
The Chiefs are -3 right now. I'm sure that line's gonna change.
Right.
I'm going with Big Red.
Really?
I'm going with Big Red
I-
this week, guys. I gave up on the Patriots last week, but I believe in Big Red.
I think the
Big Red.
I think
he got
Patriots.
Nicky Foles. He brought him out of retirement.
He did.
He sent him to the Eagles. He won them a Super Bowl. His fingerprints are all over that Super Bowl for Philadelphia. He's getting one for himself now.
'Cause he
Now,
can
I
do
just
it
want
himself.
real quick
He's
though.
gonna get
The
it
last
himself
time
now.
these two teams faced off, Patriots pulled it out in a 43-40
And he doesn't
shootout.
have Alex Smith.
I think the Patriots are gonna pull this out. It's just you got Tom Brady. Simple
It's
as that.
Tom Brady. Tom Brady, Bill Belichick.
As simple as
They
that.
live
And it's
in the
not.
AFC
I don't think it's gonna be.
That's my only thing.
I don't think the
I'm
reason.
scared about that because you got goat and goat.
Dude, Tom
You got
Brady,
two goats
he
everywhere
lives
you
in the
go.
cold. He was born in the cold in Foxborough. Played at Michigan in college.
Loves Giselle.
That means nothing.
It's
Literally.
I
Tom
love
Brady.
Giselle.
Literally means nothing.
It's Tom Brady, man. He's the best to
So,
ever set foot
um,
on a football field.
So where are we doing?
Giselle.
I'm taking the Patriots.
Patriots.
I'm going Big
Outright.
Red. I'm going Big Red.
Outright.
So can you just say you're taking the Chiefs? No one calls them Big Red.
That's Andy Reid, bro. He's Big Red.
He's not the team. Pat Mahomes is the team.
He's coach, so yes, he's
I
on
just
the
wanna
team.
say- I just wanna
want
put-
the Chiefs.
I just want to put this out real
I'm
quick.
taking the Chiefs at 4.
The Chiefs held Andrew Luck to a 19.6 QBR, I believe it was.
Dude, they looked horrible.
Like 19.6.
I turned that
How
game
bad do you have to be? Do you know
That
what
was
19
Matthew's grade point average at Lansdale Catholic.
I don't think
I
that's
didn't
funny,
even-
Daniel.
I didn't even watch that game. It wasn't worth
My grade point average at LSU was way higher than that.
So
19.6.
we'll probably get back into that more later in the week. But let's jump in. So last podcast we did on Friday, we talked a lot about a lot of Saturday college basketball games. So we're just gonna kind of run through this real quick. Ben and Matthew can just kind of pop in. So game number 1 was kind of like the biggest game of the day. Duke, number 1.
Yep.
Took out Florida State 80-78 with the Cam Reddish game-winning 3.
And if you recall,
We did say.
we both said.
said.
No.
Oh, get out of here.
No.
Cam
We
Reddish
both
will give you
said.
that.
Me and Ben both said. Who needs to show up for that?
No.
Who needs to start shooting?
Cam
We're
Reddish.
gonna-
Cam Reddish. And guess what he did?
He gained his confidence.
Guess what?
He
Guess
had
what?
30 plus
We're
points.
going to be bringing the last episode up to show that he was nowhere to be found when you and I were talking about
No,
this.
he was
No, I was
No.
the one that wrote it
No,
off.
he was the one.
No, it was
he
not
was too busy writing stuff down.
False.
No, he was there.
I said for Duke to win this game,
Cam Reddish
needs to start shooting.
Dude, that last play
Well-
of the game, they triple team RJ.
And on Monday,
They really didn't
he didn't
really
even
take-
play. They missed his presence. And then
Yeah.
Well, they would have won that game if Trey Jones didn't get hurt. So.
and Trey Jones
But-
separated his
let's-
shoulder.
They're gonna
Let's-
miss him.
Let's
Oh,
go
I
to
know
the
they
next
will.
game. All right. So after that, Virginia took out Clemson by winning by 20, 63-43.
Someone could have told you that.
Yeah,
That was
Virginia, the first thing we said was Virginia defense. Clemson shot 25.9% from the field.
Just for the record, real quick.
Typical.
I called that game at 110 points. It was only 4 off.
Ben called it. Next game,
Who called it? Who called it?
a little hurtful, but
Outright.
Louisville 83 over UNC 62. UNC, this is one of the worst home losses like in 20 years, I believe it was.
Not good.
UNC shot 34.5% from the field. They shot 13.6% from the 3. Louisville was on fire, shooting 42.3%. Typical UNC fashion to beat NC State at NC State and then come out and blow a game like this at home. And now they're down right now as we speak to Notre Dame. Typical UNC fashion and Roy Williams teams.
Nicer Little's got to figure it out.
So UNC, I'm not hoping too much. They'll make the tournament, whatever. We'll see how far we go. All right, Kansas State upset
Big
58
upset,
over
yeah.
Iowa State 57. Kansas State's Barry Brown with the game-winning layup. He also finished with the team-high 23. This was a K-State team that was coming off a rough couple games. Iowa State was clearly the favorite, and they blew it.
9.5.
Typical Iowa State team from past years.
They were
Beats
playing well,
Kansas
too.
pretty good.
Yeah.
And then
It seems like they only want to play Kansas.
I guess breakfast didn't agree with their stomachs that morning.
I guess not.
Interesting.
All right, next
Iowa
game.
State's back-to-back losses, Baylor and Kansas State.
How do you lose to Baylor and Kansas State?
Baylor's a
I don't even know they have
Baylor-
basketball teams
Baylor won
anymore.
last
Baylor's
night,
a
too.
I don't even know
big
Baylor has a
ball
football
club.
team anymore because the Temple coach took over and he sucks too. All right, next game, Ole Miss pulled the upset 81
We all called
over
that
Mississippi State 77. Ole Miss is on a 10-game winning streak, by the way.
Very good team.
They are perfect in December and perfect in January so far. Blake Hinson of Ole Miss had 26 points, leading the way for his team. Next game, another upset, Iowa 72 over Ohio State 62. Iowa State just absolutely sucks now.
Called that.
This is their 3rd straight loss. And guess what, boys? Guess what? They got Maryland next, Purdue next, Nebraska next, and then Michigan. And 3 out of those 4 games are away.
By the way, Iowa was actually the favorite in that Ohio State game, too. They were a 2.5-point favorite.
Yeah, but didn't they lose to Ohio? Oh, no, they beat.
They beat Ohio
yeah.
State by 10 or 12.
So, Ohio State, they could be on a 7-game losing streak coming real quick because if I'm any kind of better, I am taking all 4 of those teams over Ohio State.
Oh, yeah.
So, Maryland's on fire. Purdue's on fire after having a slow start to the year. Nebraska's starting to get a little bit into it, and Michigan is just hot all the way. All right, next game was a weird game. Texas A&M 81 over Alabama 80.
They blew a 13-point lead.
Yeah,
They were going
12-point lead.
Oh, but they went in a half, up
12.
12, yeah.
TJ Starks with the game-winning 3. Alabama
No
had a
shot.
12-point lead in the second half. But A&M will play Auburn next, which we will get to later. This is A&M's first conference win. Pretty sad on Auburn's part. I mean, Alabama's part. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
So
it's not good by them.
don't expect A&M to do anything.
No.
Don't expect it. And then another game that we pulled out, DePaul defeats St. John's 79-71.
Big upset.
St. John's best player, Shamari Pons, I don't know why I tried to say that, was out. DePaul shot 33.3% from threes, while St. John's shot 26.3% from three. So that was clearly the big difference in the game. All right, so next we're moving on to the best part of the day.
Picking games.
Picking games for Wednesday, January 16th. A lot of good games on a Wednesday. I just want to point that out. So what Matthew, Ben, and I kind of did was just kind of pick out the 11 games that we thought we might not get all the games. But it doesn't matter. We're here to talk and have fun. First game is Crane at St. John's. I believe the line's still at -3. Crane's 2-3 in their last game. So is St. John's. The big question is, will the best player for St. John's play Pons? Will he play? He's averaging 20.6 points per game and 6 assists per game, which is a team high.
I personally packed my bags and run for the hills. I wouldn't touch this game with a 10-foot pole.
I hate this game. Creighton's weird team this year. St. John's is even weirder. You know, everyone was expecting so much from them. And
St. John's, guys, let's go. They're making the tournament this year. They're gonna make the tournament. They're gonna make the tournament.
we're not talking about whether they're gonna make the tournament or not.
I am.
We're
It's crunch time.
We're talking about
It's conference
We're talking
time.
about whether
It's
they're gonna
conference
win the
time.
game by what the line is saying or not.
Oh, they're gonna win. They're gonna win by 7.
All right.
I'm not touching this
I
game.
wouldn't touch it. But
Especially
I
if the
like
best
call.
player's not playing. It showed why. All right,
They're
next
gonna win by
game.
7.
All right.
You're
We're
gonna
by
hear
7.
first.
All right, you're
You hear it here first.
All right, game 2 of the day. We're going Auburn -6.5 at Texas A&M.
Move to 4.5.
So move to 4.5.
You know what that means, guys?
Still taking Auburn.
I'm still taking
All
Auburn.
the lines moved today in the wrong way. For example, TCU was favored by 8. They closed at -6. They won by 31. 31 points. They moved down.
I don't even want to
They
speak up
moved
today.
down.
I don't even want to speak up today.
31 points.
So
Not going to talk about
for
that.
those people who don't know, like I said in the first episode, Ben and I are degenerate gamblers. And today we went 7-1 on picks. And that one loss.
Yep, Mississippi State just couldn't.
And that's the
put
team
one
that we
more
put
point.
money on.
Just one more point. But yeah, Kentucky.
Unbelievable.
They were at -6.
Oh, by the way,
they
I
won
was-
by 20.
Everyone who knows me, Kentucky, I love Kentucky. It's not my favorite team, but yeah, Kentucky.
Another great
coach.
example. Virginia started at 9.5, closed at 7.5.
And you idiots still in
They
the
won
world
by
went with,
22.
oh man, Virginia Tech looks so good.
They won by 22.
You kidding me, dude? Virginia's got the best defense we've ever seen in the last 10 years. I've been watching college basketball. So,
Virginia's good.
Virginia's good. The only team you gotta be scared about is when they play Duke. All right,
Yeah.
let's put that
A
out
little
there.
ridiculous.
All right, but real quick, Auburn's 3-2 in their last 5 games, while A&M's 2-3. Again, like I said earlier, A&M got their first SEC win the other day against Alabama, who, by the way, blew a 12-point lead. I don't see how you can not go with Auburn. I don't care whether A&M's home or not.
Auburn's
It's not like you're going to go to A&M and play football where they actually have people show up to the games. It's basketball there. It's not the same.
Auburn's
they get more-
athleticism all day.
They get more fans for the girls' games than they do the boys' game, I heard.
It's impressive. But yeah, no, Auburn all the way.
What are you saying, Matthew? Let's hear this. Outright! They're going to make the tournament! Outright!
Now, Auburn's athleticism easily.
Let's hear this.
Well, Auburn is gonna make the tournament. If that's what you want to hear.
Auburn
I want to hear your opinion, your pick.
I'm gonna go with Auburn. The way you said it. I'm
Oh,
sorry. The way you said it. Outright. This is why we can't
Have
be
good
brothers.
have
I
good
don't
thing.
love you.
All
All right, the next game after that. Yeah, moving on. Kansas State travels to number 20 Oklahoma. What's the line for this game that changed? I got 6.5.
6.5.
So it didn't change.
Yeah, you really smelling
I don't smell no
I
upset.
don't smell it either, guys.
First
I
of all,
don't smell it either.
so before we get into it, I'm staying away from this game.
Yeah.
I don't like Oklahoma and Kansas State.
They're weird.
This is weird. They have a good coach,
show
but
up.
they're
They
weird.
Can show up.
They're weird. I don't like Oklahoma.
Oh, what a block.
They're a better team than last year without Trey Jones, but I still don't like them. They're weird. I'm just gonna wait till we get to the next game. What do you guys think?
Yeah, next game. And it's not.
What do you think, Matthew? Oh, right.
No, I think Kansas State's only going to lose by 2.
Trey Young, not Trey Jones.
Or sorry, yeah, Kansas State. I didn't think K-State's going to lose by 2.
I think Oklahoma.
They're going to cover.
So you
So
pick Kansas
if you
State plus 6.5.
if someone was gonna ask me who I go with, I'm taking Oklahoma, and you might ask why. The only reason why I take Oklahoma is because they're home. That's it.
Yeah, I mean,
That's it. Kansas State, I think, was on the road when they beat Iowa State, so this is back-to-back games on the road.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot. So that's the only reason why. So the next game, which I'm actually intrigued about, number 23 Iowa travels to Penn State. The line moved from -2 to -1. I hate Penn State.
Not sure why.
And
I think Iowa's a lock.
Well, Iowa's best player is hurt, and he's going to be a game-time decision. So that's why the line moved. But I still think Iowa's going to beat Penn State. Penn State's last right now in the Big Ten, 0-6 in conference play. I didn't even know Penn State had a basketball team until I started betting this year. Just put that out there. I love Iowa right here. Without their best player, I love them.
Yeah, Iowa all the way. At one point,
Can't hurt.
it's 1 point.
It can't hurt. Yeah, it can't
Win
hurt.
the game.
Watch this game move to even.
Yeah, right.
Watch it move to even. I can see it already.
That'd be ridiculous.
It's that trend because the best player. Everyone thinks the best player ain't gonna play. Watch the trend, because it's Penn State. Iowa's coach probably is saying to himself, "You know what?
What trend are you talking about? There's no trend.
There is a trend when you play the last place team in your league, and you probably have another big game after that."
Iowa's going to win this game by +10.
Again, their best players
Yeah.
out.
I like Iowa.
I don't
like
care if the
Iowa.
best player is out. Penn State, brutal ball club, brutal school. The fact that anyone sends their child to that school still is outrageous.
Oh, Lord. Move on from that.
No.
Wow, ESPN actually has
Penn State.
Penn State winning this game,
ESPN's stupid. That's
Even-
why they're losing money.
I agree.
and
I agree.
Iowa's on a 3-game winning streak.
But back to Penn State. Their football team stinks. McSorley's garbage. He ain't going anywhere in the NFL. He's going to be a backup for 78 years. He's not even going to be a Nick Foles.
One of the greatest
He's going to be a
jobs in
Nate
the world.
Sudfeld.
McSorley's not
That
even
is
making
true,
it.
though.
McSorley's not even
The
making it to
backup
the
quarterback
pros.
is literally the greatest job in the world.
Like,
People out there, if you want to be an athlete,
Tom Brady's
be a
backup.
backup
Be
quarterback.
Tom Brady's backup.
You
Be
make
Drew Brees'
you make
backup.
around between 5 and 10.
If you're-
you do
if you're-
nothing.
If you're Tom Brady's backup, you're gonna end up signing one of the biggest contracts in football
And you'll
history.
have Super Bowl rings.
That's
Thank you, Tom.
false. That's true. All right, besides Garoppolo, that's an exception
Good old
of
TG.
3 games, and Brissett
I'm
one
sorry,
game.
Brissett.
One
Brissett
game. He
played-
played 1 game.
Yeah, and he got paid a lot to go be the starter while Andrew Luck was out.
That's true.
Yeah, and guess how'd he do?
Doesn't matter.
How'd he do?
He
How
actually
did he do?
He didn't do bad.
Did
for
he
a
make
team
the
that's-
playoffs?
First of all, the team
No.
sucked.
What was that?
No,
Did he make the
That
playoffs?
doesn't matter. His team sucked.
What do you mean?
They had an awful coach.
If you can't make the playoffs, you're not good.
They had an awful coach. Whatever. All right.
Regardless.
So this is why I'm scared for the Iowa game a little bit. If you were gonna ask me, their best player's hurt. I don't think the coach is gonna end up playing them. They got Penn State, and then they go home to play Illinois. 2 teams at the bottom of the division, and then after that they have a hard stretch of Michigan State, Minnesota, Michigan, and Indiana. So
They need to win these now.
you gotta keep. I would
They
stay.
need
They have to win
these.
these next 2 games. I would stay close to this game
Iowa.
because I honestly think Iowa's gonna be selfish and not play the kid.
I think Iowa handles them fine.
So next game, the line moved for that game too. South Carolina travels to Vanderbilt. The line moved to -3.5 from 4. I personally like South Carolina in this game. I don't think I'm going to bet on this game, but I'm taking South Carolina.
I mean, Vanderbilt's a weird team. South Carolina just upset somebody the other day.
Who was
I mean,
it?
they could ride momentum. Don't get me wrong. They could ride momentum, but I think Vanderbilt handles them at home. Scotty Pippen's kid just committed there for next year.
Yeah, that makes no sense.
Yeah,
I'm not trying to go off topic, but their arena is amazing.
What,
Yeah.
Vanderbilt? The Commodores?
Their arena is amazing. Have you ever seen that?
Yeah, it's
Oh my
the
God,
guys.
it's
Everyone's
beautiful.
the team
When
sit.
you get,
they don't
go
sit
your
on the
phone.
side.
Go
They
on your
sit
phone. Not
behind
even,
the-
not even
they're-
that. Just the stands.
Yeah, how
It's
weird.
amazing.
Yeah. I like
I think that
watching
might be
them
the
play.
best arena in college basketball. Obviously, besides Duke.
Duke has not the best arena. It's the smallest arena.
I don't know, man.
It's
That
not
place
even cool.
That place gets hopping.
I know, it's
Cameron
kinda cool.
crazies.
Well, there's only 24,000 people.
Big upset.
South Carolina beat
Cameron
Missouri,
Crazies.
by the way.
Huge upset.
South Carolina beat Missouri.
And from the big Duke fan I am,
Oh, they beat Mississippi. They beat Mississippi State that
should
season.
you be worried about Duke losing? people? No, you shouldn't be.
Hey, we're not getting there.
Relax.
We're getting
Because Cam Reddish was sick. He didn't even sniff the court. He was in his dorm room. He was puking.
Trey Jones.
He was sleeping it off. Trey Jones got hurt in the first 3 minutes of the game.
I mean, they were up 8.
Jim Boeheim peed himself.
You know, I'm not even worried about Duke losing that game.
No.
There's 78 more games to go. They'll be
Syracuse
perfectly
needed it.
fine. They're going to be a
Syracuse
1
needed
seed. Exactly. That's a big boost for Syracuse. Congratulations, Syracuse.
confidence
They
boost.
just had their championship game right then and there.
Uh-huh.
Duke fans, don't worry. We're fine. We're going to the national championship this year.
Relax. All right. Hold on. I'm just checking on Vanderbilt. So Vanderbilt's got South Carolina.
I'm taking Vanderbilt.
So their
I
last
would
3
take Vandy.
Vanderbilt actually lost their last 3 games. They're so bad that they lost to Georgia. Just putting that out there.
Georgia got spanked today.
Georgia got spanked today, by the way, and I called
20
that.
points.
But so this is Vanderbilt's upcoming schedule here. They got Mississippi State, Tennessee, Oklahoma, and Kentucky. Huh, see ya. That says that might be just as bad or a little worse than what West Virginia's got coming up.
West Virginia's they're never winning.
They're never winning
They're
another.
never winning. We proved
Again,
it last week.
Who?
Who?
If
They
you go
needed it.
West
for any-
Virginia?
West Virginia.
for everyone, if this is
It's
your
funny.
if this is your first podcast,
You called me right after that happened.
Yep.
go to our first episode, and we all called
They
the
needed
coach of West Virginia get fired.
They needed
What's
it.
his
He's
name?
done.
Bob Huggins?
Huggins. He's done. You're
Joke.
not gonna win another game.
Nope.
You're not gonna win another game.
All
Your
right,
schedule's too
so let's go home. Let's go do a hometown favorite here. Temple is my outlier team every week.
I hate Temple.
Temple's -7.5 at East Carolina. I think they take it.
Another school that I don't know why people send their kids to, Temple. It's a disgrace, just like Penn State.
Because it's a state school.
It's cheap. I got that part. Stop sending your kids there.
Stop sending your kids there.
You
Hide
need
your
to shut these schools down in Pennsylvania.
Hide your kids. Hide your wife.
These schools are brutal. The only good thing about them... Actually, there's nothing good about them. Brutal schools.
Hey, you guys-
Send your kids somewhere else.
You guys
Send them
want-
to Syracuse for all I care.
Do you
Send them
guys?
to Syracuse.
You guys want to go watch American play Lehigh? It's in Bethlehem.
No. But back to Temple basketball.
So the Temple basketball, the line hasn't changed yet. East Carolina's 8-8 on the year, while Temple's 13-3. Over under for that.
Well.
That over under for that game's 140.
Oh, I do go with Temple in the game, though.
I'm taking Temple.
Temple and over. I think
Temple and the over.
Temple in
this
that
is
game,
the
though.
last. This is the last season for their head coach too. Aaron McKee takes over, former Sixer, former Sixth Man of the Year. He's taking over as head coach there next year.
Wait, the Sixers have basketball?
That's when they were in the. He was.
No,
in
I'm
the
just
title.
joking. All right, next game. This game is actually one that's picking at my brain. You got Butler -2 at DePaul. Did that game line change?
No.
Sorry, I wrote these games out around 6 o'clock, and now it's 10 o'clock here on the East Coast. Lines have changed a little bit. Yep, Butler moved to 2.5.
I'm still taking Butler.
I like Butler.
I don't like Butler at all.
I think Butler wins this game more than 8 points.
I think DePaul is on the rise right now. I'm taking DePaul on this one.
Yeah, okay, maybe next year.
Plus the points.
Plus the points. Yeah.
I think Butler's always good for these weird wins. Like watch them just go win the national championship or something.
No.
They're gonna go just upset people.
Not
It's
this
Butler.
time. They don't have the same coach that they did.
That's very true.
It's all about coaching. All right, let's move on. Iowa State.
At Texas
Those
Tech.
losers from last week on Saturday travels to number 8, Texas Tech.
Very good.
Lions
basketball.
-5. Like Virginia, Texas Tech has one of the best defensive teams in the country. Take the Texas Tech Red Raiders.
I like Texas Tech all the way here. They're a very, very good basketball team. Sound defensively. They will take care of business.
I'm taking Texas Tech all the way. They're 15-1, by the way, people. Texas Tech looks like they're not slowing down. They were hot before the Duke game, and they've been hot ever since the Duke game. So, I mean, I don't see any stop. I mean, I think they're gonna outright win the Big 12. I think they're gonna beat Kansas. They're just so good defensively.
They're averaging, letting up 54.
You heard it here first. Danielle takes Texas Tech
To win the Big
to
12.
win the Big 12.
Yep.
You heard it here first, boys.
What's today's date?
I just want to say
15th.
I just want to say the over/under for this game is 132
Over
and a half.
Kansas. You know Kansas has won
I know what they're.
97 straight years in a row.
I'm taking the under on that game because
You understand that, right?
both teams are what?
Kansas has won this league 97 straight years, right?
I know. I think this is the year that they lose.
We'll fact
Right
check
now,
in the future.
Right now, they're first in the division.
Yeah,
Now they're first in
check
Big
the
12.
facts.
Yeah, no, I like Texas Tech by 100 here.
I agree. I like
Texas
Texas
Tech
Tech.
has
They
won
play
their-
phenomenal defense. Watching them play Duke,
Texas-
as you already know, I'm a huge Duke fan. They played Duke perfect up until
The end.
the last, what would you say, 2.5, 3 minutes?
Let's
And
just
they kinda blew
hold
it.
on real quick, guys. Here, I just want to go through Texas Tech's schedule here. All right, since I just called that out, I kind of want to
Just back it up.
back it up a little bit. They have Iowa State here. I think they win that game at home.
Yes.
They travel to Baylor. I think they win that game on the road.
Yep.
They travel to Kansas State. I think they win that game at home. Arkansas comes here. I think they win that game. TCU comes here. I think they win that game. Now, I think they will lose at Kansas. But then they play West Virginia. That will be a win.
Yeah, West
Then they
Virginia
got
doesn't win.
Oklahoma, Oklahoma State, Baylor, and then Kansas again, and then they round out the rest of the...
I think they beat Kansas twice in a row. Last game of the season in the championship.
I agree. I think they only lose one game from here on out. I think Texas Tech will be a 2-loss team at the end. I think they'll be top 5 in the nation at the time because Big 12 basketball is actually not that bad.
Yep.
Could they have what? There's 4 or 5 teams ranked.
You know, they might not get up
Well,
there
Texas
with Michigan
actually-
State.
Texas is actually playing well. They only have 3 teams ranked right now.
Yeah, Texas kept that game close.
Texas is a very good team. I think TCU will be ranked by the end of the year. I think Texas will be. Iowa State was ranked just a week ago.
2 bad losses.
2 bad losses will do that to you. So, just talking about Texas Tech, you will see them in the championship game of the Big 12.
Yes.
All right, moving on. Number 21, Houston travels to SMU. Now, Houston is a -1 point favorite. I just want to say right now, SMU is fully healthy.
I love SMU in this game. I don't
SMU
like
is
Houston
fully
as a
healthy.
team.
They were struggling at the beginning of the year. Now they are fully healthy. This is a game that could be scary to some.
Yeah, I don't like Houston as a team in general. I really do like SMU. So there's my 2 cents on that one.
To be honest with you, Houston's only loss was against Temple, right?
Yeah,
Temple
at
came
Temple.
at Temple. Temple's a good team.
Temple's a good team. I think I don't
What?
like
Let's
Houston,
hear it,
though.
Matthew. What?
I don't like
I don't know
Houston.
why people send their kids there. I don't even know why.
Hide your
Temple's.
kids. Hide your wife.
But I'm gonna agree with you guys.
Hey,
I
can we look at this? What is this MVC game?
In a minute. What were you gonna say?
nothing. I'm just gonna say I like SMU, but never mind.
There you go. SMU.
Hey,
SMU.
I just want to look at this game.
See, this is where the love doesn't come in, people.
Here we go. Indiana State versus Northern Iowa. Remember,
Oh.
Northern Iowa made a little run a couple years
Oh
ago.
yeah, like 9 years ago. Let's move on.
You and I. They'll win that game.
Oh yeah. Remember when
seven
they beat North Carolina?
Got him.
Let's move on.
Yep.
I just gotta say one more game. Hometown team. George Washington travels to LaSalle. LaSalle's
LaSalle's
6.5 point favorites. LaSalle's
With 4 wins.
LaSalle's 3-12, by the way,
3
and
wins.
1-2 in the Atlantic 10.
Even worse.
I'll
LaSalle's
put
not good,
$100
though.
Matthews-
on them to lose.
Matthew's
Yeah.
favorite word school, incarnate word.
Oh my God! I forgot they even existed. I love that
Plays
school. I
Central
don't know why
Arkansas.
parents don't send their kid there.
Great school.
That school, powerhouse, but you heard it here first. Buffalo, they're going to the Elite Eight this year, guys.
How do we
in
go from
basketball.
there
I
to
like
that?
that. I like that.
How do we
That's
go
my
from there
second
to
favorite school. Buffalo.
Interesting.
Buffalo. You don't even
Buffalo.
know,
Program
do you
on
even
the
know where
rise.
Buffalo is?
Hey, we picked that
In
last
New
week.
York.
Where? What city?
Upstate.
Where? What city?
Buffalo.
Yeah. What do you mean? I didn't even hear what he said. I thought you said where.
It's in
All right,
Buffalo.
I'm looking at Houston's schedule now. They got SMU away. They got travel to South Florida away. I mean, they don't lose for a while. So, they might only lose one more game. I mean, the next hardest game they have is Temple
Will they lose this game?
and
Who?
Cincinnati.
They'll lose this game. Houston will lose this game too.
We'll see. I like Houston. I'm taking Houston. All right, next. Oh, boy, a good one. Alabama travels to Missouri. Missouri is a 1-point favorite here. I smell it.
I smell it too. I think.
Oh,
like-
is this a consensus pick?
Yep.
Outright! I smell
Let's
it.
go!
Outright.
I don't think Alabama blows a lead like they do that ever again. They learned their lesson. Plain simple.
I don't know why Mizzou is the favorite here, people. Honestly, I don't understand why. Mizzou has been bad this year.
Yeah. No, Alabama,
like bad like their football team.
Alabama takes out all their anger from that bad loss against A&M, and I think they blow out Missouri by 10.
Don't worry, next year their football team will be better, people, if you're a Missouri fan.
Yeah.
They finally got a quarterback for once in their life.
Yeah. Speaking of college football, real quick, did you hear the backup for Notre Dame went to USCF?
UCF?
Yes.
Yeah,
USCF?
No, University of Central
I
Florida.
know you said USCF.
No, I didn't. I said UCF.
Regardless. Speaking of that, real shame about their
Take the
quarterback
glasses
that they
off.
had. And he's actually doing leg presses. His knee surgery went well.
Pray.
He won't
Prayers up to
he
him.
won't be ready though.
No,
for the
he
start.
won't be ready.
Oh,
He'll
no
get a
chance.
redshirt
Prayers
year.
up for him, though.
Yeah.
Yo,
absolutely.
just be careful.
That's tough.
All
man.
I'm
Go for
saying
that
is,
injury.
I love when people talk so much hype on Big Ten football. Big Ten football sucks. All right? Big Ten football is awful. Just saying that. But next year, it's going to be good. Jalen Hurts is going to Maryland. Justin Fields is going to Ohio State.
Yeah.
You might have Tate Martell. Wasn't one of his schools Purdue that he's looking at?
I have no idea.
I know West Virginia might get him, but they're in the Big 12. Dude,
I don't know why these quarterbacks don't go to LSU. LSU just needs a
Thought we were on
quarterback.
basketball.
no quarterbacks like it because it's all defense there.
So we were on basketball.
Yeah, but you know,
Well,
prove yourself as a
Who cares?
quarterback.
We throw it around here. Might as well. But anyway,
I'll throw you around.
I'm looking up. I'm on Mizzou's schedule right now. They got blown out by Tennessee last game.
Tennessee's a damn
Their
good team.
last win was against Morehead State. Matthew's favorite school.
They won by 19 today, Tennessee. Put up 100
Why,
points.
Daniel, can you please explain to our viewers why Matthew would like that school? Is it
No.
like Faber?
No. Yeah. All I'm saying is, Missouri Tigers.
Little do you guys know, Faber's not a real school.
Missouri Tigers even lost to Temple, by the way. Just won the Temple.
Continue. Oh, God.
T for Temple, you, whatever the song is.
No, don't sing it. Let's go. I'm going to throw up. Continue.
I think they lose this game. Missouri will I think they'll win the next game, though. Actually, I'm sorry. They're at Texas.
Stop
A&M.
talking about next game. We're talking about this game.
Well, all right. Relax. I was just going through the schedule. Alabama wins.
Alabama.
We all called it. All right, and then the last game of the day that we wanted to talk about, Minnesota, the line moved to -1.5
Don't know.
at Illinois. Illinois is a joke, just like Penn State. I don't even know they play
I
basketball.
think Illinois.
When was the last time Illinois was even good?
I don't know. I think they have 5 wins on the season right now.
I don't
4
even,
wins, something like that. They're not.
Illinois has a basketball team. It's sad.
good. Hammer
Football
Minnesota.
teams-
If you need a team to just help a parlay out, this is a good team.
This
to
is a
pick.
great team.
This is a good team to pick. Should be a sure.
The reason
thing.
why I say this is because Minnesota by far is the better coach and better athletes.
better team. They're just a better team.
Minnesota is one of those teams where, they'll get stronger as the year goes on because of their coach.
Yeah, they're developing a
and-
good program there.
I mean, they're 13-3 right now. I don't know why they're not ranked. Maybe it's because they're 3-2 in Big Ten play, but Big Ten's really hard in basketball. So expect Minnesota, if they win this game, expect Minnesota to be ranked next week at 14-3.
Yeah, they'll be in the 20s.
They'll
They
definitely
should
be in the top
20s.
25. Expect them to be ranked because someone in the top 25 will lose this week.
It's just how college basketball is going.
True.
Well, Mississippi State just lost. Oh, no, they won. They didn't cover.
No, they beat Florida. Florida. Oh my God! Don't even get me started on the game. But Florida's off and on this year too. So be careful. All right. So Ben and I are probably going to go with the 3-team parlay tomorrow. Auburn's a team that we really like. We don't know why the line's moving, but we're okay with it. Iowa, we really like. Whether the top player for Iowa plays or not.
Texas Tech.
He's averaging I think he's averaging 15 points and 10 rebounds a game. He's like the only player in the last 15 years for Iowa to do that in consecutive games. 5, I believe, was the number of games he's done that in. And then Minnesota, you just have to go with Minnesota. So that's a 3-game parlay right there. If you want to copy us, I'll put it on.
Really like Texas Tech as well.
Texas Tech, that's another game too that we might look at. Maybe we'll do that in a separate. We'll never know. We'll talk about it later. But we will put these picks in the description so you can follow along. Please leave a comment if you have any other ideas or suggestions.
Also, just a quick recap. For Saturday and Sunday's basketball, we went 22-6 in our 28 games we picked. 22-6. So I think we're starting to get a good feel for things.
And we have proof.
And we had quite a few underdogs in that game to cover or win themselves. Ole Miss being the biggest one, outright right there.
All right, thank you. So just putting it out there. Again, the most important thing is make sure you continue to look at the lines because they will move.
Proven today.
Again, I did this around 6:30, just wrote everything down for all of us. And now talking about this now at 10, things changed a little bit. So that's it for men's basketball. Now we want to just go back and recap the weekend in soccer. And oh boy, was this one great week of soccer. Oh, I can't wait to get started. Oh wait, we're doing it right now. And guess what the first game was? West Ham beats Arsenal 1-0. Yay! I love West Ham. So real quick here, just a couple points. No Ozzy on the squad. Arsenal's coach is dumb. But
Stated last week.
The highlight of the game, though, was Samir Nasri, a former Arsenal player who's been jumping around from team to team, set up the game-winning goal. And it's funny, though, in the last podcast, Matthew and I even said they need to play Lacazette and Aubameyang together.
Which they did.
But
they have no midfield to help them.
But they put a Iwobi in with them. Iwobi! I could play better than him.
If we're going to talk about soccer, Arsenal...
5 years ago, he could play better than him.
Well, that's true. Daniel's fat now. Anyway, Arsenal might be the dumbest team in the Premier League. They have possibly the worst coach at the moment. And their starting lineup has to be the worst in the league. They have Xhaka, for God knows what reason they haven't sold him, and Guendouzi in the middle. So this was an interesting stat I learned.
They sub Xhaka, too.
So since the beginning of this season, Xhaka has given the ball away the most, and on 5 occasions, the ball has ended up in the back of the net. That's the most in the league, next to someone from Brighton or Cardiff who has 2. Xhaka, we pay tons of money for, and he has 5 of them. He is garbage. He is trash. I would rather see him go to a Philadelphia college. He is that bad. He can't even play for MLS.
All right, moving on.
Arsenal is garbage. And
they just
the recruiter quit today. And I wonder why. Because they don't spend money.
Anyone that knows soccer, the recruiter got Guendouzi. He brought in
Guendouzi's garbage.
He brought in the
Torreira, which is good.
Socrates, and he brought in Aubameyang.
Whoa.
How do you lose that guy? Just because your stupid coach doesn't want someone. Dude, they might be able to get James Rodriguez. Huh, man?
Go get him!
Go get him! Exactly. All right, next game we're moving on to a little controversial penalty. Liverpool won.
Wasn't a penalty.
It wasn't.
Salah should have been kicked out of the league.
It's funny. Somebody said after the game, Salah's turning into the next Neymar.
It's getting annoying.
First of all,
everyone's starting to hate Salah.
Anyone watched the games? Salah was going toe-to-toe with this one defender for Brighton.
Wasn't a foul.
And they were both tugging at each other's arms, and then all of a sudden Salah just falls. It's what happens, unfortunately, when you're a top player in the world.
You also get every call.
Quick side note. Quick back to college basketball. Wake Forest pulls off the upset against NC State at home tonight.
NC State might be losing it.
Marquette is only up 1 at Georgetown tonight as well, with 11 seconds left.
Add on that, by the way. Matt McClung. I talked about him.
Took him to 2 overtimes.
And pulled off the upset. All right. Next soccer game is a game that we had actually talked about heavily. Southampton 2 over Leicester 1.
And I got this completely wrong.
I called it. Southampton's got a new coach right now. And, I mean, they're just streaking upwards. But I will say this. Leicester was playing against 10-man Southampton for about 45 minutes, the whole second half. Southampton literally scored 2 minutes after they'd gotten a red card. They scored in the stoppage time for the first half. I mean, if you're Leicester, I don't understand how you let that happen. I don't understand that at all.
Yeah,
Ben doesn't watch soccer, so his comments
I'm working on it.
Good. You need to watch it.
Get cultured.
Get cultured. It's like a food. Get cultured.
I mean, it's becoming so big in the States now. There's
And
Every
You can
bar,
see it
every bar,
everywhere.
every bar is watching these games now. Just
Well, every
like
bar, no matter where you go, has a team associated with that bar.
All right,
Marquette covers.
nice. You hear that, people?
Ben's also
Marquette
our
covered.
stat and information guy.
Well, during soccer, he can pick up the games real quick. All right, next game. Chelsea 2 over Newcastle.
So close.
1.
I said 3-1.
So
I was
close.
so
but,
close.
this game just showed why Hazard's the best in the world again. One of the best players in the world. When Chelsea needed the most, he was able to get the ball to William. William puts
Williams'
it
goal was insane.
in. William always
It
has
was
an insane
beautiful.
goal.
Williams,
Always has.
I love William.
But I just
I know
want
people who don't, but I wish he was on.
I just want to
Arsenal.
say this. Chelsea's going to struggle here. They're not. I think they're going to finish in the top 4 because Arsenal's struggling. But Chelsea needs to figure it out right
Arsenal's
now.
going to finish 6
They
or
have
7.
no offense whatsoever. They don't know what they want to do with Odie.
Sell him.
They're about to sell Morata to Atletico Madrid.
Sell him too.
They have to figure it out. I don't understand it, but whatever. So they come out. Pedro and Williams score. Louise and Hazard with the assist. And then on to my favorite game of the week.
I also got this one wrong.
Manchester United.
Glory, glory.
Glory, glory, Man United. Tottenham 1-0. This game, by the way.
This game was so boring. Let me just tell you. Manchester United is so bad. It's the luckiest goal.
Stop. First of all, it's not a lucky goal.
It was a very lucky goal. You got to save that.
Like Pogba does, he slides the ball.
Pogba's
Rashford
garbage.
Rashford absolutely hits a beautiful ball into the corner.
What do you mean? Helen Keller could have saved that.
Now-
A beautiful corner.
I will say this game probably should have ended in a tie. But guess what? It helps to have the best keeper in the world making
He's never
11.
the best. They were all right at him. How can you say
De Gea
that?
makes 11 saves on the day.
Ben could have saved these shots.
Now, just a little side note here.
Athlete.
Thank you.
Just a
They
little-
were all right at him.
Just a little side note right now. Tottenham are in a lot of trouble right now. Harry Kane's out done till March.
an
I saw
understatement.
that with a
And then Heung-min Son is out too. He's not injured, but he has to go play for South Korea.
It's on international duty.
He's on international duty. I think he's gonna miss the next 5 games. I know one of them's an FA Cup draw, but they have no offense. They have no one to bring
You
in.
can't rely on Laurenti.
No, you
Guy
can't.
can't find the back of the
Laurenti
net and
should-
give him a compass and
Laurenti
map
sh-
or Lewis and Clark.
Lorente should have had a goal with it, and he whiffed it with his left foot.
They need to find their Sacagawea.
Yeah.
Well, they need to do something quick
So
because
all I'm saying here is
there's
Manchester
40 goals right there.
Manchester is 6 games winning right now, and they have Arsenal. They have
Arsenal?
no. Man United have Brighton next. That's a win.
And
then they
on Friday.
Arsenal in the
Not
FA
this
Cup.
Friday, following Friday,
In the FA Cup draw.
Correct.
And then we have to go to PSG,
which I could care less.
which will win.
Arsenal wins or loses.
All right. So the last game of the day, the week, which we were watching,
On
Manchester
Monday.
City over Wolverhampton.
Which we
This
kinda
game
all knew.
I was able to watch. I was able to get back home. Definitely the red card for Wolves was deserved, but the PK I think was questionable. I think this game should have ended 2-0, not 3. Raheem Sterling absolutely just dove. I absolutely hate it. Anyone that knows Matthew and I know we do not dive. We absolutely can't stand it. We hate when coaches tell their players to do it. It's just becoming so...
Out there, keep your arms down, hit somebody.
Well, not anymore because they're making so much money, but...
Yeah, that's how you grew up.
Wolves definitely deserved the red card. The guy went cleats up straight through. Who was it? Is the Portuguese guy?
Silva.
Silva's legs.
Bernardo. Good
Bernardo
old Bernardo.
I mean, but
There's
Manchester
no
City-
question about that. It's a red card.
after the red card, man.
You talk to our father. You know, he used to be a ref, but he needs to go back to reffing U8 girls soccer to find out what a foul is again. He has no clue what a foul is because that is a red card. That is blatant. He meant to hurt him. He went studs up right into his ankle. If that was me,
I don't know if he
I
meant
probably
to
would have
hurt.
retaliated him.
I don't know,
All
man.
right, even if you didn't, I would retaliate. I probably would have fought him.
Drop the elbow.
That was awful. Just because you get the ball doesn't mean you can go take his ankle out too. Now he's got to run over to Dix and go get another ankle.
True. All right, moving on from that, we got a couple games that we'll talk about real quick for this coming up weekend. 5 big games happening. Liverpool against Crystal Palace. Now, Liverpool hasn't been playing well lately, but I mean this should be an honest win. They're home.
Since they're home, they'll win 2-0.
They have to win this game. I think this game's going to be a 3-1 draw, 3-1 win for Liverpool.
Can't draw 3-1.
Just let it go. Just let it be.
Just letting you know.
All right.
Can't
I
draw.
think Liverpool only wins 2-1. Just throwing it out there. I don't trust Liverpool.
I mean, I think Crystal Palace has actually been playing really well this year. I think Zaha will score for them.
Zaha needs to go to Arsenal.
That'll be it. I think that'll be the only goal for them.
Everybody needs to go to Arsenal.
So
Pretty much.
we'll see what happens there.
Pretty much.
Liverpool have to have to keep winning because Manchester City has an easy part of their schedule coming up. Glory United versus Brighton. I mean, this has to be a win. 6-game winning streak. We have to win our 7th. Again, like we said earlier, then we got Arsenal coming up. As much as I'm saying the FA Cup means a lot to me, teams just don't care as much anymore. I think we have to just go beat up on Arsenal too. I mean, I know we have a hard schedule coming up. I mean, we have to beat Brighton. I think this game's 3-0. Oh, it's gonna be a loss because Man United.
I want Brighton to win like 7-0 because I hate Man United and I can't stand anyone that wears that stupid ass jersey. Oh yeah, we're the Red Devils. Yeah, we're cool. Oh yeah, Sir Alex Ferguson's the man. No, I hate them, and I hate that I'm about to say this, but I gotta agree with this loser of a brother I have. They're gonna smack Brighton. They are a brutal ball club. Arsenal tied them. That's when you know Arsenal's bad.
Brighton just came off a loss.
Stop talking. Brighton's awful. Man United's garbage. But eventually, at the end of the day, when the 90th minute hits, Man United will be winning 4-0.
I don't agree with you guys shutting them out. I will say that much. I think
they'll shut them out.
Manchester United's home.
Sloppy goal.
No.
Going 3-1.
I can see that.
Goal.
I can see that sloppy goal. Man, I mean, if we Phil Jones starting in the back, he's so bad, and I don't understand how he is on the team still. But
all right, the next game, Arsenal versus Chelsea. Arsenal, since they're home, they might show up to play. So, my head's thinking 2-1, but my gut's telling me they're gonna get smacked and lose 3-0.
So I think this game actually goes in Arsenal's favor because of the way the two teams play, and because Chelsea don't have a forward.
Arsenal sucks.
So I think Socrates is going to be able to slide up more, and then the midfielders won't have to worry as much defending. I mean, the only person they really have to worry about is Hazard. So you have 5 guys in the midfield to worry about. I think Guendouzi's going to play.
He's garbage. Ozil needs to start for Arsenal to beat Chelsea. He has to. Otherwise, they will lose and lose and lose and lose because Aubameyang and Lacazette can't do everything. You need some sort of creativity in the midfield.
Well, did you hear?
As a midfielder myself, there has to be something that happens.
Unfortunately, your dude is being linked to
Emery out.
AC Milan.
Good. I hope he goes. I hope he plays too. I hope he wins.
So that's.
I wish nothing but the best for Ozil. I love Ozil.
Like
Guendouzi out. Xhaka out. Iwobi out. Emery out.
All right, next one, Man
Hold
City.
on.
Personally, I do like Chelsea 2-1 in this game.
Ooh.
Chelsea 2-1.
I love the pick.
I just don't. I don't get Chelsea. They've been playing these easy teams and they don't have any offense. They continue to complain about it.
Go buy a forward. Plenty of money.
All right. So, we got Huddersfield Town versus Man City. Again, Man City's on fire lately. Huddersfield Town just lost their coach. He spoke with the board of directors, and he said, it's time for me to go. So I don't know what's going to happen there. Maybe the guys have a ball of energy and fire now under their ass because their coach is gone. But that's the coach that bought them up. So I think they're going to hit a little spell here. And I mean, playing Man City after you lose your coach doesn't help. This game might be 3-0 or 4-0.
I like Man City. I like Man City 4-0.
Yeah, I mean,
last year, if you recall correctly, Man City struggled going to Huddersfield Town.
Yeah, well, now they lost their coach.
They do not struggle. They're going in there, and they're going to smack them. It's going to be 4-1.
4-1.
You're like Dick Vitale.
It's going to be 4-1.
They're going
to be 3-0 up. They're going to score a great goal, and then it's probably like, Jesus is going to go on a breakaway or something.
He's like Dick Vitale when
let's get back to basketball.
When Duke's playing UNC Wilmington. UNC Wilmington's real good. They got this 5-star guard out of Texas and this baby.
Don't sleep on UNC.
Yeah.
No. You don't sleep on the Buffalo.
Don't sleep on Buffalo.
Don't sleep on Buffalo.
All right. Moving on to the final game that we picked out. As you can see the trend here, we picked the top 6 teams.
Who cares about
We got
this game?
Fulham versus Tottenham. Now, just a little note here on the side. Again, Tottenham doesn't have Son or Kane. Eriksen's not playing well at all because he's in contract dispute right now. And we all know guys play better when they have a contract and they're making tons of money. Tottenham's just kind of out of it, I think. And then Fulham just signed Ryan Babel, from a former Liverpool player from Besiktas. He had 13 goals in the Super League last year. So he's not a bad player. He's a winger. So definitely something to look out for. I think this game ends in a tie. I really do.
Ooh, I like it.
Fulham's home.
That's
Tottenham's going to go play in a little park with a lot of fans. Fulham's really happy now because they know they have a chance to win because they don't have any offense.
Is this serious?
That's
What
always
am I, Fulham with the tie? I'm calling it right now.
That's
Is
always
this serious?
That's always like plus 250 on a money line too. Just throwing that out there.
There's no money line.
There actually is in
what-
soccer.
No, I understand that, but I can't even look at him right now. I'm disgusted with him. Fulham is brutal. They should not be in last place with this team, but they are. They're in last place, and I don't even care. Tottenham doesn't even need a forward for this game. Arsenal went in there, beat them 5-1 with the crap coach, the crap team they have.
I mean, you can't say that. They had 2 forwards that are world class.
Tottenham wins this game 2-1.
That's just ridiculous.
You're ridiculous, and I want you to take the glasses off.
All
Let's
right.
move on.
So, I just picked a couple games from the week. Also in Europe, Bundesliga, you got the big game there. RB Leipzig versus Dortmund. I think Dortmund pulls off. RB Leipzig hasn't been the same since they've literally sold everyone.
Definitely Dortmund.
In League One, this is actually a really cool matchup. You have PSG versus Guingamp. I don't know how to pronounce.
PSG wins 6-0.
So it's actually funny.
Relax.
A couple days ago,
Relax.
Guingamp, who's last place by the way in the league, knocked out PSG in the French Cup.
Yeah.
Just putting that out there.
Beat him 2-1.
PSG wins this game 5-0.
Yeah, they come back.
No
angry.
chance.
They come back angry.
4-1.
They're gonna play everyone.
Mbappe has 3 goals.
Bop!
Yes!
Good!
Mbappe!
All right, my boy Henri is at the coach of Monaco. He just
Got Fabregas.
He got Fabregas, and he got
And he's about-
Batshuayi.
Batman.
They're winning.
Batman.
They're taking the
I don't
trip.
think he's playing.
They're still gonna win. I'm gonna take the points. They're gonna win 2-1 over Nice.
Niche.
Yeah, I call them Nice.
They're nice.
I wish Mario Balotelli was playing.
They're niche. Don't get me wrong, people. They're called
and then
niche, but they're nice.
The only other game that I
Isn't
really
that guy, Chef Mario Batali?
no.
No, you're thinking of Mario from Xbox.
So the last game of the week that I picked out was Juventus versus Chievo Verona.
The Hoopers.
Juventus on fire. I don't think they're gonna blow this team out, but it might be 2-0,
3-1.
3-0.
I like 3-1.
Chievo Verona's off and on this year. I think
Ronaldo
they're in
with
the
a
middle of
brace.
the pack.
Good old Ronaldo.
Ronaldo. I mean, we all know where Juventus head at. It's in Champions League, but so I mean, we pretty much went through everything again. Wednesday, a weird day, but a pretty big day in college
It's gonna be
basketball.
fun. It's good games to watch.
Remember
Good
to
fun
like and subscribe, share it with friends and family. We will put all of our picks up under the description and put our parlay in that Ben and I will be doing. Again, we're going to be trying to do this during days before big college basketball games. But we always try to go through the big leagues like NFL. Now, once NFL's done, we might jump in the NBA a little bit because we do like to dabble in that. But we will continue with the NCAA men's basketball and the soccer. Again,
Also, we do make picks every single day. We like to just do it for fun, like picking every single day. Like
yeah. So if you have
the
any
whole
questions,
weekend. If
put it
we
out.
start getting more viewers, we'll start doing more
Oh, we'll
shows.
definitely do. Because I'll quit
So-
my day
You
job.
can do it every.
Yeah.
Whoa, relax. I just made a sale. I can't do it yet. Just let people know. I just made a sale. I can't
Alright.
do that yet.
But yeah, so a little bit more publicity, a little bit more picks for you guys. We're
Yeah.
doing them every day.
Yep, appreciate it. Again, like, subscribe, tell us what you think. Tell us
me
what
on
your picks are.
Pinterest.
Tell us what your picks are. If you have any questions about games this weekend. There's a lot of basketball this weekend, people. I'm telling you right now. Check it out. I know the lines won't be up, but we can always get back to you in the comments. We're checking it every day. We appreciate it.
Let us know if you disagree with us too.
Oh yeah, let us know.
Barstool Sports Advisors decided they're going college basketball. Both Big Cat and Portnoy. Not good. Not good. People.
Nothing against them.
No, I love listening.
We
to
love
them.
listening to
They're
them. We
hysterical.
all, the three of us, we love listening to them.
Love them.
And we follow them on Twitter. So
Just-
every social
They're-
media.
They don't take Arkansas when
They're
Tennessee
part-
beats them by 97.
They're part inspiration behind this, actually. So thank
True.
you.
Why don't we start Twitter?
Thank you, gents.
All right. Have a great
whoa,
day.
whoa. Final thoughts.
Final thoughts.
That's what our thing is on the show. Final thoughts.
I like it.
Oh, thank God Matthew's here to actually remember one thing of the whole day.
Well, we got to start a trend. Final thoughts. It goes Ben, me, and then you, just like last week.
Final thoughts.
I don't remember the order. Does it
Final
go by
thoughts?
height?
Well, if it goes by height, then I'd go last.
Regardless. Final thoughts.
Well,
Auburn's
what
a lock.
kind of height are you talking about?
Auburn's a lock.
Auburn's a lock.
What kind of height are you talking about?
Watching
Right,
great-
Ben, wait, what kind of height are we talking about here?
There's the one that
There's
matters.
only one definition for
Okay.
height.
Well,
Well,
Okay.
don't
So,
don't
back,
turn this
back
weird.
to the final
I'm
thoughts.
not. I was trying to be
Auburn's a
funny.
lock. Auburn's a lock. And great college basketball this weekend. A lot of upsets. College basketball isn't getting weird. Pitt played great the other night against Florida State. Thanks for coming, Florida State. Pitt absolutely spanked them. And, yeah.
All right, well, my take from the day is, don't send your kids to any school in Philadelphia because it's a terrible idea. But my real take of the day is, if you really want to get into all these, listen to the guys. Like Ben said, he gave you a great record for what they're picking.
22-6.
Exactly.
Good weekend.
I'm a big soccer guy, so I like soccer. I can talk soccer all day, every day. I know a lot of players. I hate Arsenal, but I love them at the same time for God knows what reason.
True fan, that's why.
And pay attention to the football games. And Daniel will talk to you next.
Alright, sorry. Alright, real quick.
Ben made a funny gesture.
Again, please let us know. Please let us know what you think. My biggest takeaway, again, I'm jumping to soccer, is Manchester United. Manchester United pulling out the win against Tottenham with the best goal in the world, David Hayes, with 11 saves. Again, Man United has the opportunity to go 7-0 in their last league games, which is huge. That'll put them literally right in contention for top 4. And as you all know, who follow Premier League soccer, Arsenal started off poorly. For the fact that we're actually getting there is awesome. So that's my big takeaway from the game. Also, people, by the way, don't gamble stupid. Gamble smart. That's all I'm going to say.
Yep.
Gamble smart. All right, thank you again. Have a good one, and
See you this weekend.
see you this weekend. All right, see ya.